I was traveling one day by road in a bus, and there was this guy sitting by me who was sweating profusely. Apparently, I just noticed he was very uncomfortable, and all of a sudden, after we just stopped and people went down and some had to ease themselves and some bought some stuff, he still said, like 5 minutes when we entered the bus and the bus kicked off, he said he wants to ease himself, he wants to pee. And that's when I looked at him and I just told myself, this guy is having diarrhea. Stay tuned for what happened next. My name is Gwendolyn Hale, and I'm a medical microbiologist, a seasoned and certified medical microbiologist from the UK, and I'm popularly known as the medical professional with the difference because I bring you knowledge on medical health, farming because I love farming, and a lot more. If you're just joining this channel, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and turn on the notification bell so that when we pop up our next videos, you will be the first to watch. If you're a returning subscriber, this is me telling you, I love you. Je t'aime. Welcome back. So let me continue with my story. So as we sat in the bus, then a few minutes later, when this guy started saying that he wants to go pee, I just looked at him and had a spot-on diagnosis, and I knew that he had diarrhea. I just looked at him sweating profusely, how he was uncomfortable, and as the driver just dropped down, he went right into the bush to defecate. So I spoke to some people in the bus and said, that guy has diarrhea, and what would have been good is he should have actually told us or asked if somebody has some medications in the bus to give him so he could take maybe metronidazole or maybe an oral rehydration solution that could actually help him, because you could be traveling and there are doctors, there are nurses, there are many medical professionals in the bus that could help you. So during that time, I actually took a bottle of water and some tissue paper, and I gave a guy to go give him in the bush, because after he finished defecating, he would need to clean himself and wash his hands. And I know some people who say he could use the leaves in the bush, but you know, it would still leave remnants around his anus, especially if he has hair around his anus. And if he comes back into the bus, he may start smelling, you know, he may make people uncomfortable. So I kind of figured out that maybe he was shy, or maybe he felt uncomfortable telling people that he had diarrhea, or food poisoning, or diarrhea that could be caused by food poisoning. So this is going into our topic of today: how to stop diarrhea or running stomach in 5 minutes. If you know what happened to that guy, when he came back to the bus, I actually told him that he had diarrhea, and he said yes. And I told him that he should buy Coca-Cola, and take original Coca-Cola and take. Please guys, this is not an advert for Coca-Cola. This is actually a tip to help us when we are in SOS conditions, when we are in an SOS scene and we need to stop diarrhea as soon as possible. So let's dive into our class for today: how to stop diarrhea or running stomach in 5 minutes. The first thing is to make an oral rehydration solution, and that involves salt, water, and sugar. Now, you could do this while you're at home. You could actually take a glass of water and take half teaspoon of sugar and half teaspoon of salt, and you drink. That's going to help you a lot. Now, the same ingredients that you have in this oral rehydration solution is what you will find at the pharmacies. Just that the salts or potassium or sodium may be included, you know, and other components or minerals in it, but it's the same thing. It works the same way, guys. It works the same way. And the next or the second point is drinking Coca-Cola. Since this is not a Coca-Cola advert, I wouldn't go deeply trying to tell you the ingredients in Coca-Cola that actually helps to cut off this bloatiness, this movement in the stomach, and this runny tummy. But I'm telling you, when you find yourself in conditions like this, in situations like this, where maybe you have eaten roasted chicken, roasted soya, you've eaten food somewhere, and maybe it could be food poisoning, what you have to do is you run and buy a bottle of Coke and you drink. And I'm telling you, in 5 minutes, it would stop. Now, please take note of this. The oral rehydration solution and you drinking Coca-Cola does not treat the cause of diarrhea. Diarrhea is a symptom of many diseases, of many health conditions, which could be caused by a bacteria, a fungi, a virus, a parasite, or a protozoa. And even sometimes, maybe some medications that we are taking, or some form of therapy that we are going through in the hospital, that could actually cause us to pass out watery stool or have diarrhea. But we are looking in the case where you have food poisoning. You know that you're from eating a food outside that may not have been preserved properly. Now, when you find yourself in this situation where you have had food poisoning and you are not in an area where you could buy yourself some medication or do this oral rehydration therapy, please use Coca-Cola. It was going to help you guys. I am here to give you the juice. I am here to help you have a better life, and try to understand your body more. And when you find yourself by a pharmacy and you know that you have eaten something that is not good, buy metronidazole. Metronidazole is an anti-parasite, it's an antibacterial, and it's going to help you. It's going to target the parasite Gandia and Trichomonas. And it will target the anaerobe bacteria and kill them. Now, when you go back to your community or to your home, go and see the doctors and actually let some other tests be run on you. These are just some tips on how you can save yourself SOS from shitting on yourself, from defecating on yourself in public, embarrassing yourself in places where you don't have any medical help. So if you have any questions, do pop them down below and I'll be here to answer all your questions. Till next time, I remain your seasoned and certified medical professional, Gwendolyn Halley. Bye-bye.